breathe with this thing.
Are they really going to do away with face masks? I can't wait if they do. Hey guys, thank you for joining me in another video. I'm Jay, this is the Black Filipino TV, and be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also be sure to check out my other videos. I have a lot of videos I've done on the Philippines, places to go, things like that. Actually, I'm gonna make another place to go video later in the week, but today I wanna talk about this. Everybody knows this thing started back in March 2020, almost 2 years ago. Right now it's February, so it's almost 2 years ago. And the mask mandates started in April 2020. I remember they were saying there would be an ECQ, and then from there, face masks. Now, everybody knows the face mask, when you first wore one, it was a headache. It took me some getting used to.
Excuse me, sir. Sir?
Yeah.
We saw in the CCTV that you're not wearing face mask walking in the subdivision.
What?
Yeah.
Really? You looking at that?
Yeah, I'll show you the video, sir.
Wow.
Please wear the face mask, sir, when you're inside the subdivision. You're in the Philippines, so you need to wear your face mask.
Okay.
All right, sir. Thank you.
It actually took me a month to get used to wearing a face mask, because when it's on your face, when something's covering your face, you feel like you can't breathe, you start hyperventilating. After a while you get used to it, but now they're finally talking about removing the face mask in the Philippines. I'm shocked that it's actually happening in the Philippines, guys. The Philippines was the most strict country almost in the world, when it came to wearing face masks. I mean, this was one of the only places where you had to wear the face mask and the face shield. And I think it was back in 2021 when they just decided to get rid of that, and I was happy when they did. But now they're talking about ending the face mask. Okay, they're talking about doing it in the fourth quarter of the year. Now, the fourth quarter of the year, everyone knows, is around past September, and then from there on it's the fourth quarter, and I can't wait. I'm actually shocked. I'm shocked that things are happening so fast. And the great thing about it is the talks that you're hearing, like the talks that are going around now in the Philippines is endemic. Okay, it's endemic. And of course, you all know what happened in December. The Philippines said they were going to open it, then they decided not to. And then right away, about 2-3 months later, the Philippines is open. So the snowball effect is happening, but in a positive way. I'm truly shocked that they're making these changes so fast. But the only way they're gonna make the changes is if 90 million people are vaccinated. I know right now in the Philippines, they have high numbers. Everyone's participating right now with the vaccinations. But when they get closer to 90 million people, that's when they're going to open it up to where there's no face mask. And that's a good thing. I can't wait for that time, because I've actually bumped into a situation like you guys seen in the beginning, the little dramatization I did. I've bumped into that when it first started, where you had to wear the face mask. I would walk around, and at first I didn't wear a face mask everywhere, And then you try to walk in the mall, you definitely can't walk in the mall like that. But Philippines was one of the most strict countries when it came to face masks, because you had to wear a face shield. But I'm happy we're getting to the end of that now. It's about time. It's about time. I already knew we would have to live with this thing, and that's what the Philippines are saying now, and everyone's agreeing. Everyone's in agreement. Everyone's agreeing as far as DOH, IATF. Everyone is in one accord right now. So by the time the new president is elected, things are going to be smooth. That's going to make the new president's job easier. That's going to make it easier for you guys when you come here. Not having to wear a face mask, because really it happened to me when I was on the beach, guys, and I think that was the craziest situation I bumped into with wearing a face mask, is when I was at the beach, and then they had the security by the beach saying to people, hey, put your face mask on, And it was a little off because people just got out of the water. and really, they were sitting there making sure you put your face mask on. I mean, they left. They were there for about an hour and a half, and they left, and I'm happy they did. But that's not a comfortable experience. And they already said, and you guys already seen it, they said they wanted to make it easier on foreigners, and also not even only foreigners. They want to make it easier on Filipinos and people that are currently in the country as well, so you're gonna find when you finally get here, like a lot of you guys actually said, "Oh, I'm not coming to the Philippines until they sort all of this out." And a lot of you guys said, "I'm not coming to the end of the year." And now you guys are starting to look smart because, it's happening. We're getting to that point. The time a lot of you guys come, like you guys that said you won't come until things are figured out. By the time you come, you may not even have to wear a face mask. So lucky you. But I'll be here too. I hope to see some of you guys. So this is the article. Let me read this. Face mask rule in open spaces may be scratched by fourth quarter of 2022. All right, so it says here, face masks may no longer be required when in open spaces by the last quarter of 2022 if the government manages to fully vaccinate 90 million Filipinos by then, a government medical advisor said Wednesday. So by that time, if 90 million individuals are already fully vaccinated, in addition to those who contracted the vid and were vaccinated, many people already have antibodies and protection against the disease. The face mask rule can be lifted if the majority of Filipinos are protected. Barbosa made a statement and was in reaction to the vaccine. SAR Secretary Carlito Galvez Jr. remarks that the mandatory use of face masks will most likely be dropped by the fourth quarter of the year. So this is good news, guys. So now let me read further. So I think we can already do away with the face masks in open spaces in case the majority of our population is already fully vaccinated. Barbosa said there are still factors that the government should consider before completely scratching the face mask rule, such as the possible emergence of COVID-19 variants and the waning immunity from vaccines or infection. And then she said, we need to be careful and still wear masks in enclosed spaces. So the government is aiming to fully vaccinate 90 million Filipinos by June, just before President Rodrigo Duterte steps down from office. So that's what it is, guys. I mean, the Philippines have been very cooperative as far as getting vaccinated. Everybody's been very cooperative. And I think this is something that's in the works. I know it's in the works, but I think this is something that's very possible, and it will happen, okay? Things are easing up. Numbers are dropping as far as new cases, and it's getting a lot better. So when you guys get here, the good thing is when you're outside, of course you don't want to wear one outside. When you're outside in open spaces, like right now, I'm outside, and I'm sitting here with Kay. No one's around me. I'm talking. No face mask. That's great. You still have to wear one inside in an enclosed space. That may be just fine. The great thing is that you don't have to be everywhere you go wearing a face mask. I remember when I was in the States, right when the pandemic started, I went out there in September 2020. And when I went there, no one was wearing face masks, not even on the trains, and you had to wear one inside of, like, say when I went to Walmart, I always had to wear one. If I went to McDonald's when I was there, I had to wear one. But when you were outside, you didn't have to wear a face mask. No one was saying to you, hey, put on a face mask. So it was a great situation. Only thing though, when I was there, I seen a lot of people were very irresponsible. That's not the case in the Philippines. Everywhere you go, everybody's wearing a face mask. And the Philippines usually follow the rules set before them. So I think it's about time. And I can't wait until this happens, because you see what happened to me today in the beginning of the video, the dramatization, that before that was really happening. But now that won't happen anymore. You have no more armed security at the beach, because that did happen, guys. I'm not lying, it really did happen. So no more of that, no more security guards stopping you when you're walking, even outside. He was outside in BGC, but you don't have to worry about that happening any longer, and it'll be a lot more free. Hopefully this happens by the end of the year. That's fourth quarter, and we'll see, guys. That's the only thing I can say is we'll see. But other than that, guys, thank you for watching the video. I just want to talk about this and talk about how happy it is, and I'm extremely excited about it. I know a lot of you guys are too, because a lot of you guys where you are now may not even wear a face mask, even in the U.S. I know it's It's very rebellious there. It's a rebellious country. And they do it in other parts of the world too. So, and I do understand, I get it. But still, that will no longer be the case. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you for watching the video, guys. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to check out my other content. See you next video.